Support for WMNF comes from members like you in the Covering Florida Navigator program, providing confidential assistance with wealth insurance enrollment through the health insurance marketplace. Individuals and families are assisted with finding coverage at 877-813-9115 or at coveringflorida.org.
This is Ava with a WMNF community announcement. It's back to school season, and WMNF is collecting new or gently used clothing and hygiene items for students with OASIS opportunities. Serving over 19,000 students last year, OASIS supports students throughout Hillsborough County Public Schools. If you want to help a student rock this upcoming school year, bring your donations for ages pre-K through high school to WMNF. The drive is open through Tuesday, September 2nd. To learn more, go to oasisopportunities.org.
It's time for the live music showcase. Good afternoon and welcome everybody. I'm Reverend Billy Seawarts, your host for your guest host. Brother Ken Apperson is going to be back next week, and thank you once again for the opportunity to be part of this wonderful program. We have a couple of very special guests here today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, tell you what they're about, and play a tune.
I'm Liz Pinnock, a piano player, sometimes harmonica, sometimes trombone, and singer and songwriter, record producer, etc.
And I'm Dr. Blues, her sidekick on guitar and sometimes resonator guitar and vocals. And we're really pleased to be here.
The blues is funky. Blues loving woman. Blues loving woman. Blues loving woman. Blues loving woman. He's gonna choose girl who loves the blues. Blues loving woman. 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 He's gonna choose girl who loves the blues.
Yeah. All right. Woo, Lord.
All right.
Be still. Oh, that was absolutely wonderful. Man, great to see you guys again. We've worked together, and I was just thrilled that we were able to get you on the show today. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell me, how long have y'all been doing this? This is obviously, you've been doing this for a while.
I got a good answer to that this year because this is my 49th year in show business, being a professional musician. Next year will be 50, Lord willing, and that's pretty
But together,
amazing.
40 years.
42.
42. Oh, yeah.
He always forgets our anniversary.
Well, they're just flying by. Yeah.
So tell me how you got started.
I originally started as a drummer with bands in the 60s. I'm a little older than Liz, but did some garage bands in Ohio. And we actually, our one band put out one record, which...
we all do. Yeah,
we all got that one. We got 2 copies at home. But,
Right.
But then when I went to college, I thought, well, I can't take a drum set to college. But I started getting interested. I was interested in guitar anyway, and started picking that up in '67, playing guitar in '67, and then worked with some bands before I met Liz.
Okay, where'd you guys meet?
We met at the showboat Becky Thatcher on the Ohio River in Marietta, Ohio.
Which is also where I was born, Marietta, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Across from Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Sure.
Down south, and Doc's from New Philadelphia, Ohio. But I was playing a solo gig. They had a piano on the boat. It was very cool. And one night, it was a Tuesday night, and it was very slow because there was snow and ice all over the place.
Okay.
And there was one guy sitting there clapping and smiling.
Y'all are good.
That was him. Yeah, that was him. That's how we met, and we were just friends for.
It's always an attention getter, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, one more question, and let's hear another one. We all are those, and I for those of you that don't know me, I'm a piano player as well, and most of us, or I would say all of us that are professional musicians, can look back and there is a particular band or an artist that, as I say, flip the switch, meaning you weren't just listening to them like you listened to, you heard them and you went, I want to do that. And then it becomes almost an obsession. I don't care what it takes, I will do that. And then all the other things that your parents really wished you could do or would do, kind of, sorry, Mom, but, at any rate, who is the artist or artists that flipped the switch for you?
Well, I got to give credit to when I was a little kid. I had cousins who were in bands, garage bands, that kind of thing, and really that was exciting. That was really cool, playing rock and roll.
Sure.
And then when I was about 14, and I loved Carole King. She was a singer, songwriter, piano player. All that. Had the Tapestry album. I got the song book. I learned all those songs. But then the one that really got me was my uncle says to me, and hi, Uncle Ron, he's probably listening. He says to me, you got to check out this piano player. His name is Leon Russell.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like, and I'm a teenager, and it's this good-looking guy, long hair, it was like he plays like, and so we did get to meet him. I went to quite a few of his shows over the years. Got to finally open for him in 2008, and that was a dream come true.
Oh, wow.
Besides him, after that, I started to learn about all these blues people, too, and Pine Top Perkins, and I love Muddy Waters, and Sippy Wallace, Alberta Hunter, Bessie Smith, all the classic blues ladies.
Right.
So there's so many from that, but that was the beginning of the bluesy kind of stuff.
How about you, Doc?
After the Beatles, of course, that did it for me, but I loved music way before that, but still the first one that really did it for me was Eric Clapton, because he's the first person that ever stood out and they mentioned his name, not just Yardbirds or the band's name. They talked about him, and caught my eye, and I loved the blues. B.B. King was another big one for me early on.
When I was 12, my mom took me to a folk festival at the Smithsonian, and I stood about where you are at the piano right there, across from the Muddy Waters band.
Oh, wow.
And he had a piano player named Otis Spann.
Yes.
And I got to see Otis Spann, and that was the one that just bam for me. Well, listen, we sit and talk all day, but I'm here to hear your music. Play us another one here, and we can come back with some more questions.
Okay, well, I got one mentioning piano players. This is a song inspired by Pine Top Perkins, who we've had the privilege of playing with a number of times over the years. But we were in Cincinnati. This is back in the 90s. And we picked him up at the airport. Well, yeah, that was our job.
It's always an adventure. Yeah.
Well, we picked him up at the airport. We couldn't find him at first, but
right.
He was out smoking on the tarmac. But when we did find him, and we picked him up, and then he tried to pick up Liz. Yeah, she said, "Well," she goes, "I'm a piano player too." He says, "Well, come up and play my piano, baby." But it gave me an idea for a song. It's called "You Can Play My Piano Anytime." Went to your show at Nicky T's, watched you stroke those ivories and tickle those keys. High heels on the pedals, fingers on the go. Hey baby, what you doing after your show? You can play my piano anytime. Play my piano, baby, anytime. It's in my room and it's in tune. You can play my piano tonight. Your gig's over just around 2. I'd love to do some jamming with you. I've got a guitar and a bottle of schnapps. My Steinway's waiting and its action is hot. You can play my piano anytime. Play my piano, baby, anytime. It's in my room and it's in tune. You can play my piano tonight. Why don't you play yours? Check out my 88s. You be the judge, I know your talent is great. Playing my keys won't cause you no pain. And just wait till you feel my sustain.
I cannot play your piano.
Anytime's fine, you know that.
Can I play your piano?
You don't even have to ask.
Is it in tune?
It's in my room. You can play my piano tonight. Yeah, you can play my piano, baby, anytime. Play my piano, baby, anytime. It's in my room, and it's in tune. You can play my piano tonight. You can play my piano anytime you want, baby, anytime, anytime.
Yeah, y'all are killing it. Way to go.
And song inspired by Pine Top.
Oh, man. And that, of course, when you play the blues and become part of this world and you are around some of these older guys, of course, we're not so young ourselves anymore. What's the best piece of advice somebody gave you when you were first starting out? Or a good piece of advice that somebody gave you?
I had mixed advice because it was like I was supposed to go to college, be a teacher or something like that, and I took a year off and I came to Florida from Ohio, met some musicians and all that, and I started thinking, wow, I mean, maybe I could actually do this. But then people are like, that don't quit your day job. Well,
right.
I didn't have a day job yet, but
so she didn't quit.
It was sort of like have a day job to fall back on, and I never really had one. I had some part-time stuff and but I feel like if you have a job to fall back on and you're trying to be a full-time musician, it's not going to happen. Because you're going to fall back. You're going to fall back.
Right.
Because it's too hard. You want that steady paycheck. You need it and all insurance and all that stuff. So I had it both ways. I had people going, oh, you're so great, just keep going. And then I had people that said, be careful there, and it'll be okay on the side.
Sure.
So.
I think another piece of advice I can remember getting, which in the long run, I didn't understand it at first, but in the long run it made sense, was musicians told us, don't home record. And I'm not saying there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but they were saying, you go down that road, and you're missing another thing over here with the studio, with an engineer that they know that's their job. And we've done all our albums in the studio. We've never done any home recording. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but right. I think it would have gotten in the way because.
What were some of the challenges? You know, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this, and great, that's a wonderful thing. And some people go, "Well, that's totally cool," and other people go, "You're going to be sorry." You know, believe me, I had huge parental issues. You know, with my folks. No. Anyway, so, but it's about you. What were some of the challenges that you had to deal with?
Oh man, well, there's been a lot of them. You know, it's like I personally have always loved playing clubs. I love clubs. I love restaurants. I love, and I mean, man, we used to play a place in West Virginia, 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
So that one of the challenges is everybody thinks that you're supposed to get up early and do all this stuff and feel great. And you know, I don't see them staying up till 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m.
Right.
and then getting up early. But they don't understand. It's like if I was a nurse, would they be saying, you know, and I did the night shift, they'd say, you need to be up and going, and, you know, you're lazy. That's the first one. You're lazy. And
that one continues over the years.
Yeah, that continues.
Just lazy.
So anyway, that, and then of course the money thing, and I used to try to like save up, because when you're self-employed, you got to think ahead and all this, and I used to try to save. Okay, I'm going to put aside this much every week. Well, then the gig would get canceled, or we'd make a bunch of money here and maybe not so much here, whatever. And I started thinking, okay, no, what I'm going to do is put aside 20% in a special envelope from every gig that I make, you know. And then that's worked out really good. It gets us through the hard times, and, you know.
It dawned on me a long time ago that we were like farmers. You know, you'll have you go out.
That's a really, I'm sorry, that's great.
No, I mean, it's like we go out, and if we have a really bumper crop year, it's great. And then something will come along and take your crops out, and you got to start planting seeds all over again. And so your income is never something. People that work regular, they don't understand
absolutely
that your income goes up and it goes down, and there's a lot of factors to that. But when I started thinking, well, we're like farmers. We're just going to live like that. And it helped.
Well, I've never heard it expressed any better. And why don't you play one of our down on the farm, the farm of harm? Yeah, hey, may have to use that one. At any rate,
farm of farm.
Play us another one. This is great.
I'm going to play one that when I do it, sometimes I think of you. I don't know why, but I think it's the feel of the song. I've heard your show, which is going to be following this one, but your show is so terrific. And you're a piano player, and this is called, I wrote this a few years ago, it's called Tears on the Keys.
Oh, man.
Late at night to see you once more, 'cause things are not going right. You've heard this before, when there have been tears on the keys. I got the blues again. Tears on the keys make my fingers slide. Tears on the keys where I've cried. The depth of my sadness is measured in the number of tears. I got the blues again. Try to play softly with the reverb, 'cause the neighbors are sleeping. Must not disturb. The very touch of you stirs something within and makes those tears on the keys. I got the blues again. Tears on the keys make my fingers slide. Tears on the keys where I've cried the death of my sadness.
that linger and then disappear. You make me feel better. Help me to mend when there are tears on the keys. I got the blues again. Tears on the keys make my fingers slide. Tears on the keys where I've cried. The depth of my sadness is measured in the number of tears. I got the blues again. The depth of my sadness is measured in the number of tears. I got the blues again.
I need a minute. Wow. You hit hard on that one. Okay. You hit home. So you guys, and I to a certain extent, but you guys specialize in sort of a subgenre, rather fancy term here, of the blues called boogie woogie.
Yes, right.
Tell the folks out there what boogie woogie is, kind of what it's about, and what's the difference between just straight, rock and roll piano and boogie woogie, please.
Well, it's probably easiest to demonstrate.
Yeah, sure.
You know all about it, Rev.
Yeah.
To me, boogie woogie, and boy, there are people that play it unbelievably. They're doubling up. It sounds like they got 25 fingers, and of course I'm a little bit limited there. But to me, the boogie woogie, the basis of it is the bass line. It's usually walking. And you can double it up, and you can do all kinds of variations on it. But that, to me, it has to kind of have that rock and bass line thing, that walking. And it's basically, very basic to me. Also, it's kind of like blues, but it's really sped up. And, of course, the main instrument of it is piano. You can do it on the guitar and different instruments, but the piano is where it started. And we're actually going to be playing a festival in Marshall, Texas at the end of September, Boogie Woogie Marshall. And that's known as the birthplace of Boogie Woogie.
Right.
It started from all kinds of places, but that's known for that. And we're excited. We've never been there. We've actually never played Texas. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, then people are going to love you guys.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, that bass walk she's talking about is the boogie, and then throw in the other hand for the woogie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You could, yeah. So, anyway.
And you guys yourself host a Boogie Woogie Festival here. The next one will be March the 7th at the Palladium.
Yeah, we just found that date out today, right before we went on the air.
Going into the show, Paul Wilburn, our buddy there. Tell us again how that goes about. That's a tremendous event.
Yes, we started in 2010.
Right.
And over the years, it's usually 4 piano players.
Right.
Liz is one, and there's it used to be Bob Seeley, who was incredible.
Did you get to meet Bob Seeley?
I got to go on after him.
That's right. Oh, fun.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, Bob Seeley was just a monster. Really. He just passed away last year. But he lived in like 97, and he was just all over the world. Everybody loved him because he was a great personality, too.
Sure.
I mean, he even danced.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just great. Yeah. So he was one of the masters, and we've been very privileged to meet a lot of the great players. We've just been blessed.
We played in Cincinnati for 24 years at the Cincinnati Blues Fest, which had this great boogie woogie piano stage all day. And we met a lot of these people there, and we've had a number of them come. Reverend Billy's played.
Did you play up there?
And it's an honor. I've done it twice, and I mean, it's just,
right.
I mean, it is. I mean, Seeley, the thing about him, first of all, for you folks out there, boogie woogie, you have to play. You have to. It's 2 different things on either hand. It's not that you're not playing the same thing with both hands. You're playing like a counterpoint thing. So to be able to play with that speed and that definition, and you're right. It came from the lumber camps in Texas, and it was music that was meant for dining and dancing and drinking and words that begin with F, and fighting was one of them. And it was not meant to be pretty and people to sit around and drink coffee. It was meant for rocking, and it's got to have that rockin' feel to it. Play us another one, and then let's talk about the incredible Diamond Teeth Mary. How about that?
Okay, do you want us to do a boogie woogie?
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay.
We'll do one I wrote. It's on our Quirky Boogie album. We've been doing stuff from all our albums so far today. This is called Mortgage Burning Boogie. There's all kinds of boogie woogie names, so it's hard to come up with a new one. But
we just paid our mortgage off, so
right.
It's okay.
We'll call it that.
I was going to do this whole thing where every verse had a different, like this year was rough, and then this year we got it,
Yeah.
But I couldn't get that all
so we
worked
dropped
out.
the lyrics.
Good enough. Yeah.
I didn't do any lyrics.
Works.
With it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mercy, man. All the crew is in here rocking away. We're having a great time.
It's hard to sit still to that.
So let's talk about that. You can't sit still to it.
Right.
You played, how many different countries have you played in?
Well, let's see, United States.
Right.
We went on a cruise to Mexico.
Right.
So we played on the boat near Mexico. We played in Germany and Brussels,
Belgium.
and Paris, France. So that's what, 5? I don't know.
And it doesn't matter where you play with this music. When you play Boogie Woogie, I'm going to get emotional here because it brings the world together.
Yes.
It does.
Everything, all the differences are gone. You're up there playing, and it's just like, tell them what it's like to play in Germany or France and look out there and see them listening to this wonderful American art form.
Oh, it's incredible, and it's amazing. Of course, a lot of people don't speak our language, but they get the boogie woogie and they get the music. And you would not believe, it's very encouraging how many really young people are playing boogie woogie that are incredible, and they're all over the world.
And they're getting into it. They usually have dancers on the stage at these boogie woogie festivals overseas, and they're doing this incredible dancing. Throwing the people between the legs and everything, and they do it to every song, any kind of boogie woogie. They got the dance steps for it, which makes great visuals.
Oh man!
Something unusual I noticed in Europe is that you'll be playing, and people will be playing this amazing stuff, and there's not a peep. You can hear a pin drop. I mean, it's like unbelievable. And you're thinking, man, they don't like us.
No.
But they're listening, you know. Yeah. And then
they
you
go
stop and they go crazy.
Yeah. They go absolutely nuts.
It's respect. You know, it's called respect. It's
I know.
Cool.
You're so used to people going, hey, y'all are good. Can I please hear Piano Man?
Yeah.
You know?
Can you turn it down a bit?
It's so,
that is
yes, my brother and sister. Oh, well, listen, I see this here. And you probably, do you have a Christmas album coming out or something?
Yes, we do.
Tell me about that.
We put it out. Well, it was supposed to be out earlier, but, you know, we had a few hurricanes last year. All kinds of stuff was happening, not good. So we had a lot of delays. And we had been wanting to do a Christmas album. People had said, oh, do one. And I thought that'd be easier than a regular CD where you got to write like 15 songs. But it wasn't easy. We knew a bunch of Christmas songs, but we wanted to write a few, and then that's where it gets tough.
We've never written Christmas songs before, you know, and you can't help thinking this could be the next White Christmas. And then you hear it and you think, well, no, maybe not, but you wonder because we've never written those kinds.
But anyway, it came out really good. We've already got good reviews and stuff, and I know it's August, but we'll try to cool you off with one Christmas tune from the album.
This is one of mine.
Okay, let's do this one. We could marry after this. This is a great. Okay.
During COVID, I grew a beard. A lot of people grew COVID beards.
Oh, all right.
You know, but it was pure white. I mean,
of course,
kind of like a Santa beard, you know.
Yeah.
And after COVID, I shaved it. But during COVID, I was walking in the mall and I got the idea for this song. It's called "Santa's Looking Younger Than Me."
Okay.
Shop in the mall in December. Hear the familiar ho, ho, ho. Santa surrounded by his elves, candy canes and fake snow. He's got a happy child sitting on his knee. Then I had an epiphany. Santa's looking younger than me. Santa's looking younger than me. The years went by so quickly, I just can't believe what I see. Santa's looking younger than me. When did this happen, I wonder, staring at the jolly man. Santa's always looked like Father Time, much older than I am. Both have snow white beards, but I'm more wrinkly. It's quite the epiphany. Santa's looking younger than me. Santa's looking younger than me. The years went by so quickly, I just can't believe what I see. Santa's looking younger than me. Oh yeah. the Christmases come and go, my memories remain. As I recall those happy times, ignore my aches and pains. Santa's spry, but my feet are killing me. It's quite the epiphany. Santa's looking younger than me. Santa's looking younger than me. The years went by so quickly, I just can't believe what I see. Santa's looking younger than me, oh yeah. Santa's looking younger than me, can't deny it. Santa's looking younger than me. That's another true story.
So here, tell me, stay with me here. Maybe even close your eyes and think for 1 minute, because we play and we play for years, and some gigs are great and some are not so great, and you know, all the things we've talked about. And somewhere in the course of all of this, there's that one gig, that one moment when you look out at the crowd and maybe you guys look at each other and you go, oh my God, I'm doing this. I'm actually doing this. Can you remember that moment or one of those moments?
Well, just about every gig, we're happy we're doing that.
Okay.
No matter how bad it is, you know?
Sure.
So I got to think of it one of the best ones. Gosh, there have been a lot of really good ones. And they get better as the years go by. You get a little bit pickier, and you're better musically and all that, but they seem to get better. When you're starting out, you kind of take anything you got to.
We know about that.
I think for me, one of the big moment was we worked with Diamond Teeth Mary for 12 years. And we did the Chicago Blues Fest in 1996 with Mary.
Okay.
Which was a whole new experience because we never traveled that much with her. We did a couple little tours.
Can you tell folks out there a little bit about her? Because that alone is... Yeah.
Well, her name was Diamond Teeth Mary Smith McLean. Well, her name is Mary Smith McLean. She actually had diamonds in her teeth, top and bottoms. She could eat through anything.
When times got rough, though, she got them out of her teeth, and
cashed them in.
When we met her, she was using aluminum gum wrappers.
Aluminum foil and gum wrappers.
Over her teeth. That must have been uncomfortable.
But I don't like biting on metal anyway. Yeah.
But it was anyway, and then later she got some more put back in. But anyway, she was just unbelievable. She was born in 1902. Her birthday's coming up next week, and actually we're going to be playing her where she grew up, Huntington, West Virginia, the Diamond Teeth Mary Medicine Show next week, and she was just a real treasure.
She was like three women in one. I mean, she could. Sometimes she was very churchy, as she called it. You know, did gospel. A lot of time. Then she'd go into raunchy. But she was when she was 13. She hopped the railroad. Her dad had beaten her up and for stealing a nickel, which she says, I didn't steal the nickel. And so she hit the road for years and traveled as a hobo, as a boy, called Rastus, so she wouldn't have problems on the road. And worked in the sideshows, the Rabbit Foot Minstrels.
Vaudeville, medicine shows. And she was originally a dancer, and then she started singing, too. They found out she could sing, that she'd be sitting there, you know, just looking like an elderly woman, and then she would just open her mouth. It was like, whoa!
Wow!
It was so powerful. It was unreal. And we always just had to really watch her because you didn't know what she was going to do.
We had to follow her. I mean, she would stop. She'd add measures and things, but Liz was very good at following.
Right.
And I've just followed Liz.
Right. The 13-bar blues.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe 14.
Right.
Yeah.
But I always remember we were playing in Cincinnati with her, and she goes, "Oh, Liz, this is a dangerous town. We got to get your money belt." And I said, "We're going in there." And she said, "Last time I played in Cincinnati was in
1952 or something like that.
Right.
At the Cotton Club on 6th and Mound." She's giving me the address of the place. I'm thinking, well, you don't remember the address.
Right.
She says, I was Daddy Duke. She was playing with Duke Ellington and
Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday.
Her stepsister was
Bessie Smith.
Bessie Smith.
Oh, my God.
They had the same father.
she was playing with them, and Bessie Smith, she said, they were playing, and Billie Holiday had this long Chesterfield coat, and she had a chihuahua in each pocket.
Yeah.
And she said she started singing, and she just started, like she's going to pass out. And she said, Daddy Duke got so mad, he's pounding on the piano, wake up, Billy, and everything. And she passed out, and people were so used to it in the band that she just let them, the little dogs ran,
They chased
away.
the dogs. but then I asked somebody, we got to Cincinnati, and I asked him, where was the Cotton Club? I asked this old guy, blues guy. He said, closed in 1960. It was on 6th and Mound. And this is, she's like, at the time, 90.
Wow.
Telling us this stuff. And
that's just a couple of stories, because she had a million stories, and it was amazing, to work with her.
Do you have a song about her or something that...
Yeah, I got one that she wrote back in the 1920s.
Okay.
Doc's going to switch guitars.
All right.
I could start it, Doc, if you want me to. This is called Give a Poor Dog a Bone. I'm down now, baby. Someday I will be free. I'm gonna treat everybody like they treated poor me, oh baby. Please hold me in your arms. I'm begging. Please give this poor dog a bone. You love me. You told me a lie the day you quit me, honey. That's the day you die, oh baby. Please hold me in your arms. I'm begging. Please give this poor dog a bone. I'm down now, baby. Someday I will be free. I'm gonna treat everybody like they treated poor me, oh baby. Please hold me in your arms. I'm begging. Please give this poor dog a bone.
Oh, man.
Diamond Teeth Mary.
Man, oh, man. So, I'm reading down here on the bio, and it says, on August the 2nd, 2008, Liz Phoenix and Dr. Blues joined the likes of Johnny Johnson, who was Chuck Berry's piano player. A lot of people said he was a lot more than he was given credit for, but that's another story altogether. But an amazing, one of the guys that gave rock and roll piano its start. Of course, the legendary Pontop Perkins, Albert Ammons, Rob Rio, and Bob Seeley, who are two modern guys who are just amazing. It says on August the 2nd, 2008, that you guys were inducted into the Boogie Woogie Piano Hall of Fame. in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Right. That was one of the moments. That was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. Man.
That's
Tell me a little bit about
really
that. Come on, man.
Really an honor. Well, like we said, we played that festival for 24 years.
Right.
There were a couple that we didn't do, but and unfortunately, that stage is not happening now. They're still having the Cincy Blues Fest, but anyway, a lot of incredible memories. But like I said, early on, there was only like 5 of us piano players. I think Ricky Nye, Albert Washington was a great one from Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Pigmeat Jarrett was...
I remember that guy. Yeah. He had one album, yeah.
He lived to be like 90, 95.
Oh, yeah.
Big Joe Duskin.
Or something. Big Joe Duskin was incredible.
They didn't get along well. Him and... I can't remember his name.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But we kept seeing these people getting inducted every year. We're like, oh my gosh, like this would never happen to us. I didn't even give it a thought.
Right.
And then one year, one of the sponsors said to us, well, be sure you're here for the photo. They always took a photo, and then they give the presentation. Because one year, Doc missed the photo. He was late.
Yeah.
But anyway, they said, be sure you're here for the photo. So I told Doc, don't run off, And then they announced Rob Rio, and they announced us. We got it the same year. I was, like, crying because I couldn't believe it. Yeah,
wow.
What an honor.
Well, listen, we got about 7 minutes left altogether.
Okay.
Your calls.
Would you like to do a boogie woogie with us, a quick little thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I got to tell you, we first heard Reverend Billy at Skipper's because our dear friend, mutual friend, the late great Rock Bottom told us, you got to hear this guy. And he brought us over to the show, and we laughed and laughed and laughed. What key do you want?
Oh, C, of course.
Okay. That's called Boogie Woogie with Reverend Billy. I don't know. That was
That's
great,
a new one.
Man. We don't get to do that very often.
Thank you. So we got just about, what do we got left? We got about 5 minutes left. So go ahead. Real quick, tell us how folks can get a hold and hear your stuff.
Well, the best way is at any gig, but you can find all that stuff on our website at lizpennock.com. That's LIZPENNOCK.com. And we have all kinds of information on there about gigs and all kinds of stuff. So
great. And we want to tell you who the wonderful folks who've been helping us out on the show today. Our sound mixer, the one and only Madman Mark Prophetic back here. We have the audio assistant is Miss Pam Robinson, video director Charles Hubstaffel, cameras we have Lisa and Big Daddy Ike back here. Ike Parham, board up is Charlie. And thank you all. 813-239-9663 if you're so inclined to give us a quick call. But we're about ready to get on down the road here. What's that? Okay. Do you have anything else any shout outs you want to do or anything like that?
Well, I also wanted to say speaking of Hall of Fame, I got inducted into my high school Hall of Fame for music in June.
She's only one of two musicians. The rest are all football players.
Yeah, of course.
And,
yeah, right.
Yeah, they finally decided they're going to do some art and music, people. And so that was a huge honor, too. I'll tell you what, that we went up to Ohio in June for that. That was worth going for. I got another beautiful plaque. We're running out of wall space.
That's a good thing to be running
We'll
out.
make some, yeah.
All right, Ken Apperson, thank you very much for letting me do this. It's been an honor. He'll be back next week. And I'm Reverend Billy Wirtz. I'm going to let you guys just play it on. We got about 3 minutes, so just play it on out. You guys have been absolutely fabulous today.
Well,
you have killed.
Thank you so much for having us. I had a lot of fun here today.
Great to be here with you, Reverend Billy. And I'm so glad M&F still has this piano. Thank you. Keep it. We love it.
Amen.
Well, we'll end with a song called "Gotta Get Going" because we got to get going.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I've been partying in this joint 6 hours straight. I've been partying in this joint 6 hours straight. Get low on money and it's getting late. It's 2 in the morning and I can't find my keys. It's 2 in the morning and I can't find my keys. Gonna run, call a taxi if you please. Cause you gotta get going.
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 Gotta get going. Going while the getting's good. Get going, Liz. On the vocals and on the elephant teeth, that's Liz Pennock.
And on the guitar, that's Dr. Blues.
Well, gotta get going.
Gotta get going.
Oh, gotta get going.
Gotta get going.
Gotta get going.
Gotta get going.
Gotta get
This
going.
is WMNF Tampa.